So the screen that you can see on my system, this is a Google Cloud dashboard. What do you mean by this? Google Cloud Platform. Why do we use cloud? Are you aware about the cloud computing? Have you studied
Uh,
before, or do you have any
yes,
idea?
yes, yes. I
Okay.
used AWS for like
Mm-hmm.
one of my classes, big
Mm-hmm.
data.
Mm-hmm.
Just use AWS and Spark. That's it.
Okay, so what are the services do you use in that?
Oh, I only use the common one, the S2 block.
Okay.
Was
Okay.
it called S2 for that?
S3,
Like just
S3.
normal running a Spark program.
Okay,
S3,
yeah,
S3, yeah.
S3 buckets.
Yeah.
Okay. So, see, the services in all the cloud, they are same. Only their names are different, but their functionality remains same. What you do in AWS, same thing you can do it in a GCP, same thing you can do it in a Microsoft Azure and Google Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud. But mostly the three cloud that are most popular in the today's world is AWS, Microsoft Azure, and this Google Cloud platform. For a beginner, Google Cloud platform is one of the best cloud computing. So normally, let me explain you why there is a need of cloud computing arise and why we move into the cloud. So first of all, the cloud computing means cloud actually means the network. Okay, so cloud actually means network. We represent the network in the form of a cloud. Earlier days, how this cloud it comes that earlier days the system were connected like this. Suppose this is my cloud structure. You can think it's a network, and to this multiple system they are connected. So just to represent a network, they created like this.
Mm.
They assume it that this is they assume the term call a cloud for networking. Okay, any
Mm.
device, whether it is mobile, whether it is system, desktop, server, right? Anything when they are connected in a network, and while there is a need to connect in the network, they are connected in a network so that they can share an information. Okay, and they can share an information, they can share the resources. Suppose this system in the network, for example, this is a server, and this system need a printer. Okay, so there is a no dependency should be there, means like if any system in the network they want printer, they can use this. Okay, suppose this is a printer. Okay, and you might have seen in the company or in a school lab, college lab, we don't have every single printer for every system, right? We
Yes.
don't have a designated printer for every system. Why? Because it's a shareable resources, printer, scanner, that are connected through the LAN, and when whoever in the network they give a job to print, printer can print it. So cloud actually means the system they are connected in the network to share resources, that is memory resources, in the sense memory, storage, compute means processing. Okay, information, or I can say files. To manage load balance. Load balance means, suppose if one system is loaded with too many requests, then he can share the load, or he can manage the load. There is one system who can manage the load of another system, so that this system we can prevent it from being crash or server down kind of thing, right? So this is was the structure. Now, how this cloud come into the picture? Cloud actually means virtualization. Suppose I give you one scenario. You are working in the industry, and being a project developer, every year you receive a multiple project. Now if every project they have a different configuration, right? Suppose the project A requires you 12 GB of RAM, okay, 200 GB of storage, and i3 processor. i3 processor is must, suppose. Then you come up with the another project, okay. Similarly, after 3 month or after 2 month, another project come to you, and that requires 20 GB of RAM, 100 GB of storage, or 100 TB I'm writing of storage, means hard disk, okay, and it requires i5 processor. So now like this it keep on going. Every 3 month projects are coming, and it may be increase or decrease, okay. Suppose next project come with requirement of less than i3, you can use it, okay. But the thing is that why the cloud come into the picture, so that you can access the resources easily. You don't have to purchase every time. Base what you usually do, if suppose this is a scenario, what is the best feasible solution, you tell me. Every time when you get a new project, you have to purchase a new hard disk, new storage, or new processor. So is it a feasible solution?
No, because like whenever your project changes,
Mhm.
you can't be like keep going and changing your hardware.
Yeah, correct.
Mm.
So it will going to be more costly, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it will be more costly. So now what this cloud come into the picture, which helps you, okay. You just have to create an account in that. Everything is available in the cloud. Whenever you have a project, you just have to change the configuration and you can start working on the project. So that's the reason company nowadays are moving into the cloud, because they don't. And one more thing, this is just a hardware part. Suppose for this you require software as well. So every time you need to purchase a new license, right? For suppose project A require few software. So when you
Mm.
work in the industry, you cannot use a pirated and
Yes.
open, right?
Yes.
So you have to use
Mm.
license one. So every time purchasing the license, managing this all hardware, it will be like a very difficult. So that's why we use cloud. Cloud is a virtualization platform. So in this virtualization platform, you get everything. You can install the software. You can tell the cloud vendor that this is the software we require, and they will going to do it for you. They will customize you based on your requirement, okay. Hardware you can tell them, and you can change the hardware freely anytime based on the project. Hardware, then storage, memory, okay. Better I
Sure.
should write compute. So you can change anytime. You don't have to like purchase a new software or processor. So it is saving your time. More thing is storage. Suppose another thing, suppose your hard disk they get failed, you will going to lose all your data, right? But if you keep your record in the cloud storage, it will always be a safe. You can download anytime, just like a Gmail. Gmail give us 15 GB of a free storage. So suppose if you save your data in that, okay, if you save your record in the Google Cloud, or like suppose if you save your record in the drive, you can download anytime, right? But the thing is that in a hard disk, suppose if it get fail, you will lose your record. So that's why company preferring to deploy their application on the cloud. Let me give you one example. All the banking application they're deployed in the cloud. Why? Because banking data, they generate lot of data every day. Banking, healthcare, sales, they generate million of record every day. So they need a large storage, so they usually deploy in the cloud, like Bank of America applications, or like some of the applications, Citibank, or like maybe any other software, any other banking, SBI and all different bank. So these all bank, they might have deployed their application on some cloud, so that lot of data they generate will be saved safely. And whenever we take a cloud, we make an agreement so that data will always be safe. The cloud vendor will not share data to anyone. In case suppose their data center get crashed, they replicate the data to the multiple data centers, so you can recover the data as well. Okay, so this is the about cloud computing. Cloud computing term means cloud is a network, compute means how you can use that network and cloud to achieve your task. So this is all about this. Now the vendors, you already aware, you have done work in the cloud: AWS, Azure, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, GCP are available in the market, but the leading cloud vendor are the three, that is GCP, AWS, and Azure. And for the beginner, GCP is a good. Okay, so you this is about the cloud computing. Compute means processing, how you can compute, how you can calculate that how much configuration you requires. Okay, with that
Mm.
you can deploy application on the cloud. Okay, you don't have to purchase any domain name, you can deploy website also on the cloud, web-based application software. Another thing, you can create an application on the cloud, and you can deploy it on the same. You can like so you can you get a different things. You can Kubernetes, have you heard this term? Kubernetes, Docker.
Mm. I've heard Docker.
Okay, so do you have any idea why do we use that?
Docker. Mm.
Okay,
I forgot Docker.
okay, no
About
issue.
Docker.
Docker
Mm.
is like an image. When you're done with the complete coding, when you're done with the complete complete development of a software, we containerize them. Containerize them means we finally we combine all the file together. We create a single folder, and make them deploy in a cluster. Okay, so that automatically it can get updated, automatically it will going to be run. You don't have to manually run the application and all. There is a container which manage the deployment, which helps in the deployment of the application on the cloud. Deployment means finally it will be available to the customer for use.
Okay, to the users.
Yeah,
Okay.
so before that you have to deploy it, right? So Docker image will going to create an image, it will going to deploy in some cluster where it they will manage. Cluster will help to scale the resources. Suppose your application will never be fail. Suppose tomorrow if your application require more storage, more compute, then it will automatically manage scaling. You don't have to manage manually.
Mm.
Okay, so this is all about the Kubernetes and Docker image. We're going to see in the lecture as well. So this is about the GCP, about the cloud, not only the GCP, about every cloud computing, that yeah, storage, and you can write the code as well, install the software, configuration you can do it, right? Alert you can generate it. Like suppose if somebody send you an email, immediately you will get an alert. Okay, you can do IoT devices as well. IoT project you can do it. Do you know IoT project?
Yes, yes. IoTs. Yeah.
See, you use smart devices or smart appliance in your home office, right? So they also
Mm.
generate lot of data, like our smartwatch. They count the step count, heartbeat, blood. So they all calculate it and they are saving somewhere. Okay, they're through signals and all this, or through they're saving in the either in the cloud or somewhere they save it. So IoT projects are like that. an automatic sensor lock of your car. You just press the key from your home and it automatically lock it. So they send a signal to the sensor. So the signal and how this IoT devices, they generate a lot of data every day. So this data also required to be saved somewhere in the cloud. You cannot use like a manual hard disk and save all the data to that, right? No, it's very bit difficult because it won't be scalable. So you use cloud IoT project because there it will be scalable. You can scale the storage processing anytime. So this is all about the cloud computing. Now let's come to the dashboard that I was talking about in the morning. So this is the dashboard. How you come to this Google Cloud platform? You just click here and search for Google Cloud Console. Okay, for this you have to log in with your Gmail ID. You can also try it, but once you log in with your Gmail ID, it will going to ask you to enroll, register, because you haven't. You have to enter your credential there, credit card details, and it will going to give you $300 free for 3 months for a trial period. GCP, they give $300 trial period, and you can access it. Okay. So in this Google Cloud platform, yeah, you have any question? Any question?
No, no.
Okay. And you can create a project here. You can run the query here. You can database. You can run it. You can see the billing as well. For billing period, December to till is 0, because whenever I create any instances or any services I own, I delete it because this is a trial version. But when you work in the industry, you have to create a project. You have to manage from your side, right? So in this Google Cloud platform, just a minute, you can see the different services are there. App, API, compute engine. I was talking about Kubernetes, Docker, right? VMware, Cloud Run, Cloud Function, App Engine, storage. You can transfer the data to the cloud or external. Okay, you can run the query, uh, data store, Cloud SQL. These are the database related thing. Take creating a tables and all. Application related thing is this one. The networking VPC. You can create a network. You can monitor the activity through logs. Then CI/CD, continuous automation, you can do it. CI/CD pipeline, cloud deploy, right? This is a one service, that is a Spark. Dataproc is a service that you use Spark in the cloud, right? EMR, you might have used AWS EMR and all for
Yes, yes.
Spark and Hadoop map reduce tasks. So similarly, Spark code in GCP we run on this Dataproc, creating the cluster, running the job, pops up, data flow, IoT core that I was talking about, IoT project. This you can do it. This comes under big data because it manage the big data. BigQuery, Looker, data visualization you can do, financial service, healthcare. These are the artificial intelligence and machine learning, you can do it here. So these all are the service name. Okay, and there are many more service. These are just a limited one. Each and every service are in a depth. You can, when you go through it, you will come to know more about it, right? So these all are the services. So this GCP cloud requires you few things. When we create an account, you have to enroll, you have to enter credit card credential. Any cloud you already might have seen in AWS as well, right?
Yes.
Credit card credential you have to enter. The reason is just for your authentication, as well as suppose if you want to continue after the free trial, then you can upgrade your account. They will not going to deduct any amount from your credit card unless you are agree for billing. Okay, suppose you are using a trial version, and after 3 months you $300 they give, which is in Indian currency around 22,000. And
Mhm.
suppose,
Yeah, if you go over the limit.
yeah, if you go over the
Yeah.
limit, they will send you billing. If you are
Yes,
in,
yes.
if you want to go ahead, if you want to use cloud computing, you can reply, and you can reply to their billing mail, and you upgrade your account. If you don't want to continue, uh, not an issue in that. So they have given you free trial, so that the reason every cloud they have given free trial, so you can explore it. If you like the performance of the cloud, you can enroll it.
Mhm.
But the what is an advantage of GCP learning is, GCP give you 3 month access, free access. Okay, 3 month, and they give $300. What about the other cloud? Azure, they give you 1 month access, only 1 month. AWS also the same, and that's the reason we prefer to go for uh, this AWS, sorry, GCP, because they are 3 month, and it's doesn't mean that they are providing 1 month, so they are not good. They are also good in their term, but as a beginner, 3 month at least we require to explore every services, so we prefer for a GCP. Earlier, till last year, or last to last year, this all cloud were new, so they were giving 1 year free access. But as they come capturing the market, so they decided to reduce it to the 1 month. And in a 1 month you can enroll with your credential, and you can access it. If you like, then you can, they will send you billing. First, GCP will deduct 2 rupees from your account to just validate whether you have an amount in your account. And then it will going to it will not going to deduct any amount from your account, even suppose 3 month over. And they will send you the bill. If you want to go
Mhm.
ahead, you can continue, otherwise not. So this is all about the GCP. Any question here? Anything that you want to
Uh,
ask?
no, no, nothing right now. Nothing yet.
Okay. Okay, so let's see one by one. Um, I'm showing you first. Okay, do you want to enroll it now, or you will going to enroll from your side, or do you just?
Yeah, I can enroll.
Hmm, okay. So let's see. This is a project we created. Okay, you can create a project. Click on this new project. Okay, and give a name and click on this create. So you can able to create a new project. Like you can see here, I
Okay.
created a multiple project here. You can create as many as project you want. In a free trial, I think 22 project you can create it. But once you upgrade, you can create as many as project in that. Once you select this project, you can start writing the code in that. You can start writing the code in that. You can start using the services. So whatever services that will you will going to use, that will be specific to this project. Suppose if I change this project to Eric Cloud project, all the services or all the service like storage, compute, that I will going to use will be with respect to this cloud, this project. So you have to select the project first, then in that project you have to select this all. Okay, this is all about the cloud, but before that, there are few things that you should be aware about the cloud. Cloud, they save their data in a different region across the whole world. um, there is a term called a region in you might have seen in the AWS as well, region and zone. Region is
Mhm.
just like US region, Europe, Asia, Antarctica. Okay, North America, like regions are there in the world, and every region have a multiple zone. And what does it mean? That every zone you have like GCP, they deploy their server or data center. where we kept the data, where your
Mm.
data will be going to be saved, and it will be going to be a save. Okay, like suppose you are staying in a US region, right? So it doesn't mean that you cannot save your record in other region. You can save your record easily. Like we are
Mm.
in Asia region, but we save our record in US Central. So it's completely okay. You can save your record in any data center. Okay, the reason why we select data center, so that our application will will not take a latency, will not be delay whenever anyone try to access our application, it can give a immediate response. So suppose you are creating an application for the US Central or US region, then it
Mm.
doesn't mean to install it in a Europe region. If you do uh, installation, or if you select the region of US, then it will give you more faster response because the data will be saved nearby to your region. In Asia, we select Asia zone, like in India, Mumbai is a zone. In China, Beijing, and
Hello.
Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your voice was lagging. Your
Okay.
voice was lagging a bit.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I was saying like based on the region you can select it. Region means where we deploy a data center. This is all I will going to show you. I will share the slide as well with you. But the region and zone you should understand. The region means where you can save. The region means the region, different region across the world. So here the region is across the world. The different region are there, and zone means where we deploy our data center. So data center is like a server where we kept everything, right? Because when you select this all, it might be belong to some server, right?
Yes.
Right? It belong to some server or some system that you will go, that is designated for you, where you can save a record files, you can take the processing power from that. So this is all belong to that.
Mm.
So this is called as a data center, and the different reason. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now this dashboard you can see, in this dashboard you can get the detail of your current project. Project info will give you the project name. Every project name will have project ID as well, just like student name they have a student ID. So similarly you have a project name, project ID. Compute engine, how much computing your project is using till now. In the form of graph you can analyze it. Okay, you can see the billing as well here. Okay, if you want to see the billing detail, you can see the bills as well, like how much amount till now they have charged you for you. Then you can monitor the activity, you can create an API, you can use this storage, how much storage you can see, multi-class, multi-region object storage. This service I will going to explain you one by one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Arman?
voice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was saying like a storage here, this storage, how much storage they have occupied, function, app engine. So this is all about the dashboard that we use it. So will you able to create an account, or shall I explain you now so you will do it, and we can start accessing the services? Because
I
in
think
this,
I did make an account
okay,
before.
hmm, you just have to click on this. You have to open the Google Cloud Console. Okay, let me write down the step. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So first of all, you in the Google tab, you just have to type Google Cloud Console. Okay. Remember one thing, that while opening this, you should be logged in with a Gmail through which you want to open an account. Okay, ensure to log in with Gmail ID to open account. So whichever Gmail ID you are going to log in, same mail ID you have to use every time to open your Google account. So ensure, okay, once you do this, it will going to ask you to select the country. Then you select the country requirement, like they will ask you whether you are professional or for business you are required. Then you can use student or whatever the things, student or other you can select in that country, you can select. Okay, then the fourth thing is enter your credit card credential. So it will going to debit 2 rupees something from according to Indian currency, just to check whether your credit card is authenticate, and this 2 rupees will be refund you immediately in 1 or 2 days. As they enter a credit card credential, they will deduct. So just to authenticate, and after that, once it is done, you can they will take around 4 to 5 hours to validate your credential, and after that they can give you an access. Credential in the sense,
Okay.
they will going to check whether this card belong to you only. So they will going to validate the credentials and your ID. They requires your ID. Okay, ID you can use it any government ID, and you can validate. So these are the steps that you should have to follow. So it's safe. No need to worry in that. Just remember that we have to use those credit card where international payment system is enabled. Okay, so this thing you can take care and create an account. So tomorrow I will going to start with the storage, and I will going to explain you uh, database, big table, which is the from data engineering perspective important. So we're going to see the database in that.
Okay.
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 So you go through this, like you create an account today. It's very simple, and do let me know if anything is not clear in that, or you stuck somewhere. So I will going to help you in that. So is it clear?
Yes.
So tomorrow we're going to start one by one services. If you have a account, then it will be easy for you as well to do parallelly. So it will be clear to you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get the account ready.
Yeah. Otherwise, do let me know. If you stuck, then in the morning you call me. In your morning, I will
Okay.
connect.
Yes, yes, no problem.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Bye.
Okay.
Database, you're comfortable, right? You're practicing on that assignment that I given to you.
Yes, yes. I made the tables.
Okay.
I just need to like do the queries.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You keep practicing on that. I will
Yeah.
share you a few more questions by this weekend, so you can practice within a week.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.